Hello and welcome to the Superpower Dead team. I'm Peter.
And I'm Rick, and today we're reviewing The Mandalorian Season 3, Episode 4, I believe, which is called Episode 20.
Yeah, must be the 20th Mandalorian episode overall.
Do they not count the ones from Boba Fett?
Yeah, I don't know.
Probably not.
I think they were just side
adventures. Yeah, that's right. Them to the side. Anyway, so what did you say it was called? It was called
The Foundling.
The Foundling. Yeah, okay.
So it could have been referring to Grogu, or it could have been referring to the young Mandalorian boy that got snatched by a bird-like dinosaur creature.
Yeah, we'll go into that later. So, all right, before we start this, like, subscribe, so that we can keep doing this as a living. Because I can't pay the rent soon. This computer is going to go out if you don't start liking and subscribing.
So this episode was directed by Carl Weathers, and
yes, I saw that and I was just laughing because I couldn't stop thinking of Arrested Development. Carl Weathers. Anyway, yeah.
And so he directed one of my favorite episodes. I think it was in season 2, which was just action packed, and this one was pretty well action packed from beginning to end as well. So he must like his action kinetic type stories that just keep moving.
Yeah, was he Action Jackson?
He was Action Jackson.
And that would do it.
Well, that explains everything. So we start off back at the home world, well, not the home world, but wherever the children of the Watch are hanging out. And I think they might need to choose somewhere else to hang out because they're next to a lake with these giant crocodile monsters, and they're getting their children snatched from the ground by these giant bird beasts.
Yeah, but
I'm not sure that was the best place to hide out.
I guess you're trying to, if you're hiding out, you want to go somewhere that no one's going to go. Yeah, you're going to want to go somewhere no one's going to go. So, but yeah, so the opening scene, they were having all their training stuff, and there was pew 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 over the lake and fight scenes in the back. So they didn't look like they were concerned about anything. It just looked like, but
it's pretty tough. And then Grogu moment where he's training to be a Mandalorian.
No, well, was he training to be? No, before that, he was training to do Jedi stuff still.
He was playing with the rocks that turned out to be crabs.
And was that supposed to be like a little humorous joke moment?
Oh, possibly. It's just a bit cute. Everything around baby Grogu is a bit cute.
Oh, hang on. I've written in my notes here. My first note was the crab thing supposed to be a comedy moment? The second was, I think Grogu shits me.
I love Grogu.
I don't.
He's gorgeous. He's awesome.
No, that's the thing I hate about it. It's like, ooh, got the big Disney eyes.
He's cute. And he's naughty. He's like, I was waiting for him to eat one of the crabs. He just eats everything.
Oh, he's
just like a little kid that just wants to eat anything, and you turn around and he's doing something that you don't want him to be doing. But yeah, so they're trying to train him, like Din Djarin wants to train him up as a Mandalorian. He's got to learn the Mandalorian ways.
They're foundlings, aren't they?
Yeah, so he's a foundling now because he's joined.
Because young Jedi's are younglings,
Padwans.
Padwans. I thought
Padwans.
Where do I get youngling from? But yeah, okay.
Younglings probably from something else. I've heard foundling in another series of books and stuff too. But yeah, so they have a little training thing, and he must use his force powers to leap over this kid, and does his little trick and actually wins a duel that he does with this kid, a fake duel.
And I hated that too. Because he did. Why no? He started flipping around like Yoda did, which I hated.
He started jumping in the last episode too. He didn't jump for 2 seasons. But they've established that's what that species does. I didn't like it when Yoda did it either, but now they're
Okay. All right. Anyway. Okay.
it's
I didn't.
canon now. That's what they do.
Okay.
That's how they move around.
They flip. Okay.
And then is it then that the boy gets kidnapped by this screeching?
Yeah. So I think he won the fight, and then out of nowhere, I think they called it. Was it a raptor?
I don't know what
Whatever.
it was,
It came
like
down,
a raptor.
and then it came down and stole a kid, and then they all just took off. A whole a platoon of Boba Fett's took off after it, and I'm just like going, how far do you want to follow it for? Because I'm pretty sure they're only short range sort of blasters on the backpack. You can't get that far. And turns out I was right. They couldn't.
You're right. Yeah. I'm out of fuel, as Paz Vizsla says.
Yeah.
And so then they Bo-Katan goes after the raptor.
Yeah, there was that nice sort of shot where she's 2 steps ahead of him and had jumped into the ship and then followed. Yeah,
she was a bit of like the star of the day in this episode, really, wasn't she? The MVP.
Yep.
So they decide, like, she follows it back to where it belongs, and then comes back, and they devise a plan to go and rescue the boy.
Can I just say, so that was the first scene I noticed, but I think it happened a couple of times later. But when she came back, it was to say that she knew where it was. It was kind of one of my favorite. It was a real callback to the original Star Wars, or probably more Empire Strikes Back, where the ship came in. There was the Mandalorians walking out, and she just walks up to them. It was a really short clip, and she sort of says, "Yep, he's hiding up here." And then they did that side swipe of It wasn't. There was nothing more. It was really
little transition,
plain, quick, and it was just like they watched the ship come in. She walked. I know where it is. That was it, sort of thing. And it was like, and they did that Star Wars wipe, and I thought that, to me, that felt really Star Wars, probably from Empire. And I think I noticed that a few other times later on, where it was like quick scenes with that wipe.
Yeah. So then they go off on their mission they decide that they're going to camp somewhere and then climb the mountain.
Yep.
And Grogu follows the armorer into the cave and gets a flashback to when he was rescued from when the order. What's your favorite order?
69. And then there's 66 after that. But my favorite order is 69. So I'd written that down as a question. So Grogu was there for Order 66.
Yeah.
So then Yoda knew he was training a baby Yoda. Was the flashback kind of really right at the?
It was when when the was going down. I think that's what it was.
Yeah, because that's what I'm thinking when I'm watching it. Hang on, so Yoda knows there's a baby Yoda there.
Yeah, but there was Yaddle as well at that time.
So maybe Yoda and Yaddle had a Grogu.
Maybe. I don't know. It's possible.
So none of that's been explored in other.
Really, we've only just seen the beginning of Grogu in that corridor while the Jedis are protecting him.
Yep.
And clone troopers is coming in. So we saw an expanded version of that tonight.
Okay. Yep. All right.
And again, we had another action-packed sequence. Now, did you pick who the Jedi that Grogu gets rescued by was?
Lando Calrissian?
No. His name was Kelleran Beck.
Yes, Keller. Yep.
But the actor...
no.
Miss are gonna tell you.
Oh my!
Armored Best. No. That was Jar Jar Binks. That was Jar Jar Binks. Yes, it was. That was Jar Jar Binks. I saw it. Well, I didn't. I had no idea when I watched it. And
it still doesn't redeem the character.
Good. He did a good job. I thought.
I thought he was good, and he was trying to be like, "Don't worry, kid. I'll get you out of this." So he's completely the opposite of what Jar, because me's are going to get you out of here.
But when the credits at the end came on, it said Armored Best, and I was like, "That's Jar Jar Binks." So, and I thought it was a Jedi. Yeah.
Okay, so I like the fact that they tried to give the actor a redeeming role from the
I don't know if he's going to be in it again. But
No, I don't think so. Yeah.
this was an example of what, to me, they could have done last week. Instead of just having that whole section with Dr. Pershing, they could have been intercutting between what was happening with the Mandalorian and Bo-Katan and what was happening with Dr. Pershing, because it just seemed a lot better paced out this week. Like, we had the flashback with Grogu, and then we go back to the quest to save the boy. I just thought it was much better done, better paced out.
Yeah,
and it was short too. It was short
it
episode too. It was only 30-something minutes.
But that's Carl Weathers for you. He'll Action Jackson will.
Action Jackson.
Action Jackson.
No lean. No fat on him.
Just no fat on that. Just keep it lean.
Keep it lean. And so we have the flashback to him getting rescued. We don't really know where it's going to end up still.
Yep.
And we don't know how he ended up where he was at the beginning of the Mandalorian season 1 yet either. So there's still a big gap between there.
So they're building up to it. So
yeah,
they're building up.
But I enjoyed that. I thought that was a good little sequence, and I was actually, like, when they're in the tunnel towards the train, I thought that was quite well done. Like, it was quite exciting that, the big eyes on Grogu and what's going to happen, sort of thing. I thought
the Disney eyes on Grogu, but but what you were saying just before. So these sort of flashback stories and now the expansion of Grogu's backstory leads me to think, as someone who hasn't watched pretty much seasons 1 and 2, that this is going to be the finale. Like, whatever they're going to do a big reveal of how he came to be where he
probably
was, and there's going to be some big showdown about that. So yeah.
So then we go back to the quest, and we have, this has been a pretty common theme in The Mandalorian, that he goes and fights off a beast. There's been a couple of episodes where he's had to fight like a big beast. So this is sort of in the tradition of The Mandalorian. They climb up to the nest. And I thought, when they're shooting their guns up to climb up, I thought of the Phantom Menace, when they all have the grappling hooks and they all in sync go up the. So I don't know why they didn't. I don't know why they didn't have the electronic ones, but anyway.
But I was so there's a couple of things that crossed my mind there. So, like, first one, they had to land a long way out and then walk because the not Rancor, the whatever it was, Raptor would hear it, and I'm going, well, lucky time's not of the essence to save this kid, because you're just taking it pretty casual. And then they were talking about noises, but those grapple guns were just pretty noisy.
A bit of noise.
What? Something's coming up after us.
But not as noisy as jetpacks or a space.
I know. And I'm being nitpicky there. That's just, yeah.
So they get into the nest, and Mandalorian spots like life forms through his little special predator visor. And Paz Vizsla, I think it's Paz Vizsla, is pretty keen to get there. And they say, no, wait till we know it's clear. And he says, that's my son. So I listened to a podcast, and they theorized that boy that was in the first episode, which you didn't watch, was Paz Vizsla's son. And so
is that
they were right.
Is that the one in the recap?
That was the one that was getting his helmet and getting inducted into the Children of the Watch in the first episode.
So when they did, at the start of this, they did a recap. I just thought that was The Mandalorian as a kid. Okay.
Well, that's what I thought first episode. I thought it might be him, but then, no. So that's Paz Vizsla's son. So he goes, and all the big baby raptors or whatever they are, they start screaming, and the mum comes, and we get a big battle in the sky, which I thought was really well done, especially with like some falling scenes, and it looked quite real. Like, for TV, it looks really good effects, I thought.
I was just a bit.
I actually enjoyed it. So Paz Vizsla gets grabbed, and the sun's in his claw, but again, we've got Bo-Katan being the MVP, and she's kicking butt. Like, the Mandalorian does some decent stuff too, but You can see that they're really showing respect for Bo-Katan.
But I watched
She's
that
good.
part,
She's really good.
and I think she's going with "This is the way" now, because I think she actually spoke those words. But when they're fighting the flying thing, and then it sort of goes down into the water, and then the big crocodile thing comes up and eats it. And I've just gone, wow!
There's always a bigger fish.
It was just trying to. It was just trying to feed its kids, and now its kids are going to die because they're just going to sit out there and starve. All it wanted to do was feed its kids. It was just being a natural mother or / hybrid.
It was very Jurassic World or even Phantom Menace with all the fish getting eaten. But I could have probably done without that. But
right at the end, they come back and they've rescued the kid and then they brought the 3 baby little things along with it. And
I don't know what they're going to do with them.
Oh my god! Because they're going to be turned into younglings or foundlings as well.
Well, they're probably going to be used as rides because, like Boba Fett in the original cartoon and the Christmas special, he was riding some big creature. So maybe Mandalorian's tame beasts.
Jabba the Hutt he was riding.
And in season 1, Mandalorian was riding this 2-legged weird creature. So I think they'll probably be right. Like 3 of them will probably be riding those. They probably stole it from Game of Thrones with the dragons or something.
Anyway, yeah. So
I thought it was really quick. It was fun. My chair just went down. And compared to last week, I thought it was really good. But I don't really know where we're going still.
Yeah, and like I said, I think my theory as being not a follower is that you're going to get a few more episodes with flashbacks of stuff, and it's all going to
come together.
Generally how a TV series works, but it's going to come together about Grogu, how he got taken from wherever he was taken from in the end.
And you said
Jar Jar Binks stole him. Jar Jar Binks got away with him in the what's the name of the planet? The silver starships from a. My brain's not working now. So
it was the same planet we were in last week.
No, but Phantom Menace, right? Yeah. So go back to Phantom Menace, and Amidala's from
Coruscant.
No, she's not from Coruscant.
Or were they at Coruscant?
They were at Coruscant when they got off in the silver ship, which is from her home planet, which was.
I don't know.
Why did I know that? That hurts that I can't recall that because I hate the Phantom Menace. But when
that's the thing, because we're not fans of the prequels, we don't probably remember all the.
No, I do remember it still because it's burned into my brain as hate.
But you mentioned before that you thought that Bo-Katan was, or Katan, or whatever, however you say it, was leaning towards their way. I have a feeling that the others are going to respect her, and I think they might turn more towards some of them anyway, might turn more towards her ways, and there might be a bit of a division. She might cause a bit of a division with that group, the Children of the Watch. But I don't know.
But like, not knowing the ritual, but she did say this is the way with her helmet on, which means she's accepted.
Yeah, but she might just be going along with them. No, she can probably see some. No,
I think last episode, like, as much as it's hard to act with helmets on, when they said that she's redeemed as well, and said, I don't want this, and they said, well, have you done this? Have you done this? No, and then so you're redeemed, and
but she was never part of them though. She's been
but as puzzled as you can look with a helmet on, because she kind of looked at the sideways thing, and then people were coming up and patting her on the back and going, and then she had all this respect from the group, and she was the team leader. She got to sit by the fire. I think she's accepted.
Yeah, well, see, that was interesting to me because I actually thought last episode Paz Vizsla wasn't really supporting her, whereas this one that he started to get respect for her. So that's why I'm thinking it's possible that she might cause a bit of friction and break them up. Because another thing I've heard is that they've replaced John Favreau used to voice that guy as
Yeah.
Vizsla, and this season he's not.
Can't afford him anymore.
Well, he's still doing the show, so they can afford him. But like the theory is that we're going to see Paz Vizsla's face. So they've hired someone else to do the voice, so we can see that guy's face. But who knows? Because I thought Christopher Lloyd would have been in it by now, when he hasn't. So.
I keep forgetting that's your big thing here.
Imagine if he's not even in it. And
what if he's Paz Vizsla?
Oh, he could be.
Well, mention that one.
I even thought he might be Bo-Katan's dad in a flashback or something the other day. But...
Naboo was the
Naboo.
stupid planet. That's Naboo ship.
That's where Jar Jar's from.
Yeah.
All right, I think we've rambled enough, but I thought it was a fun little episode, and I'm looking forward to next week now.
Okay, well, I'm still on the Met side.
Did you have any fun with it?
When it ended?
You couldn't have been bored with that episode.
What? No, I was just disinterested. I don't care.
All right.
Let me talk about other TV series that I don't care about at the moment. No, I just, maybe because I haven't watched it from season 1 to now. It was nice. I always like.
You don't have to care, but I enjoy it. So
yeah, I like seeing Starbuck, but apart from that.
Well, at least you care about one person then.
You're
going to get hate for not liking Grogu, though.
I'm bringing the hate on. Yeah, bring it on. Bring it on, and I will ignore every comment. All right, awesome. That's fine.
All right. Well, we'll see you next week.
We will see. We'll see you next week when I continue to be unimpressed. Change my opinion right down here.
Thank you for watching the Superpower Deado team. If you enjoy our videos, please like them and please subscribe to our channel.
And you can comment down below. We love a comment. And please ring that bell. Ring that bell.